Monty finds a purse. A Christmas story about honesty. It was a chilly winter morning. Snowflakes danced in the air, the streets were lined with twinkling fairy lights, and festive music played softly from the shops. Christmas was just a few days away, and the whole town buzzed with excitement. Mrs. James, a sweet elderly woman with kind eyes and a warm smile, buttoned up her coat and tied her scarf tightly. She looked at her shopping list one more time. Let's see. Gifts for Lily and Tom, toys for the grandkids, something lovely for Martha, and maybe a few treats for the neighbors, she murmured. Her purse, a large floral handbag, was tucked safely under her arm. It was filled with the money she had carefully saved for weeks. After all, Christmas was a time for giving, and Mrs. James loved giving. She arrived at the market, where the store was buzzing with holiday cheer. Shoppers hurried through the aisles, carts full of gifts and goodies. Children stared wide-eyed at sparkling decorations and shelves lined with toys. Mrs. James began her shopping, slowly and thoughtfully choosing each item. She picked a soft scarf for her daughter, a new tool set for her son-in-law, dolls and puzzles for the little ones, and delicious cookies for her housekeeper. She even bought a few small presents for her friends at the office and some Christmas crackers for the neighbors. Her cart was overflowing with brightly wrapped boxes, toys, and festive goodies. Satisfied and a bit tired, she made her way to the checkout counter. As she reached for her purse to pay, her heart suddenly skipped a beat. Her purse was gone. She froze. Her hands trembled as she searched the cart, under the wrapping paper, and around her coat. But it wasn't there. "Oh no!" she gasped. "Where's my purse? My purse is missing!" Shoppers nearby turned to look, surprised. The cheerful music in the store seemed to fade as Mrs. James began to panic. "My purse! It's vanished!" she cried. Tears welled up in her eyes and rolled down her cheeks. The girl at the checkout counter quickly pressed a button on her desk and spoke into a small microphone. "Manager to front desk, please. Customer emergency." Within moments, a well-dressed man arrived, his face calm and kind. "I'm Howard, the floor manager. How can I help, ma'am?" he asked gently. "I've lost my purse, Mr. Howard." "Howard," Mrs. James wept. "I had all the money in it to buy these Christmas gifts for my family. And now I have nothing." Mr. Howard nodded understandingly. "Don't worry, ma'am. First, let's see what you had in your cart. We'll check the shelves you visited. Maybe someone has turned the purse in, or maybe it slipped behind something." He led her to a quieter part of the store, where they gently took each item out of the cart. Mr. Howard carefully noted where every item came from and sent 2 assistants to search those areas. "Please don't be upset," he said softly. "Why don't we have a warm cup of coffee while we wait?" Mrs. James sat down slowly, still shaken. "I appreciate your kindness, sir, but I don't think I can buy anything anymore. I have no money left." Mr. Howard smiled warmly. "This is the season of giving, ma'am. Sometimes, the best gifts come when we least expect them. Let's not lose hope." Just then, there was a commotion near the toy section. A small boy, no more than 8 years old, came running toward them, holding something in his hands. His cheeks were red from the cold, and his eyes sparkled with excitement. "Excuse me," he called out, slightly out of breath. "Is this your bag?" Mrs. James turned. In the boy's hands was a large floral purse. She gasped. "Yes! Oh my goodness, yes! That's my bag!" She rushed to him and took it gently, checking inside. All her money was there. Not a thing was missing. "Where did you find it, dear?" she asked, her voice filled with wonder. "I saw it fall off a shelf," said the boy. "I was looking at the toy cars when I noticed it. I thought someone might come back for it. But then I saw you, looking sad and crying, so I came to see if it was yours." Mrs. James looked at him closely. He wore an old jacket, patched at the elbows, and his shoes had little holes at the toes. Yet he had run across the store not to keep the money but to return something that didn't belong to him. "What's your name, young man?" she asked with a smile. I'm Monty, he replied shyly. Well, Monty, she said, giving him a big hug, you've just saved my Christmas. She opened her purse, walked to the toy section, and bought the very car Monty had been admiring. She added a big box of chocolates and handed them to him. These are for you, she said, her eyes twinkling, for being honest, kind, and brave. Monty's face lit up with joy as he clutched his gifts. Mrs. James also turned to Mr. Howard. Thank you for your kindness and patience. You made me feel cared for when I was scared. Mr. Howard tipped his cap. Merry Christmas, ma'am, and thank you, Monty. You reminded all of us what this season is truly about. As Mrs. James walked out of the store, purse safely in hand, and her cart filled with gifts once again, she felt warm despite the cold winter wind. She knew she had experienced something more valuable than any present, the true spirit of Christmas. Moral of the story: honesty is its own reward. Sometimes, a small act of kindness can light up someone's entire world.